Technics out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Give me this time to fill up their teams. Get on.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means. Because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early run some momentum.
I do got the joystick.
So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score.
What? Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just switching my shit around. Hey, I'm ready. And
a big one early.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up.
Good, you good. Take your time.
26.
He's got to make sure their teams is right.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Terrence Mitchell, dumbass.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Knock his helmet off.
Jackson, option right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson, option right. And an Allen. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and out.
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll run it here with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check, point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Give me those.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Trying to get it to Landry there. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Browns' 23-yard line.
Here we go. Get the play. Check pass.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's the one thing about playing mutt, though. What's that? Let me see this one.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram.
I get it.
This is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Fuck, yo.
They're going forward with the option right.
Keep going.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Excuse me.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the sideline and make a catch.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Oh, shit. This nigga gonna lose. Oh, this nigga slow as a bitch.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Mayfield down. He's to the 10, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's go.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
I had no idea because I definitely ain't hit no button.
4th down and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
He missed it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Too. That's why I just left it. I'm like, fuck, he just tried it. I didn't even try to hit him or nothing. Dang.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 72 yards, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide-open space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
I'll be hating that shit. Like, certain shit happened to Matt, you just, you know what?
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You know. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown.
can't see the replay on this.